Good morning, and it's good morning on the East Coast, but good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm going to take you with me real quick. Hold on, you ready for this? Because I'm going to show you really why I believe that if you don't know how to speak to people, your everything's going to be ruined. Your confidence is shot to and you can say things that just you wouldn't get away with normally. You might catch a charge or something when you say things in just such an excited fashion. It just comes down to the fact that when you really appreciate what people do, it's a whole new world. And I will tell you is that, you know what, I enjoy the fact that this digital marketing situation, this whole space may not be the easiest thing to deal with, but when you get good at what you get good at, you're just not only good for yourself, but you're good for anybody else that needs to know how to get good. Make sense of this. All right, so I got a bill and I wrote down stuff. All right, 2 years ago. Oh wow, who likes hip hop? 2 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to say some MC rhyme, so I said this rhyme I'm about to... See? Get me started. In the morning, early, on a Wednesday. I'm excited. I don't know if you really enjoy anything, everything. Put a video the other day, actually yesterday, in reference to just changing, because at a moment, your life is over. At a moment, you realize that you're old. At a moment, you regret everything you didn't do. I can't even say that being a digital entrepreneur allows me to have the freedom to say that. And if you look at my history, anybody who knows me, they'll validate, they'll stamp approval on that. I don't stand still really for life at all. Life is dictated by me regardless. I make the digital space my space now because it's easy for me to talk to people. It's easy for me to express myself. And I want that to be easy for everybody. I understand that maybe if I did some PM, personal message, that it might make somebody feel strange because they don't deal with things directly. But I mean, yo, look, first of all, I'm not out hunting for women because I'm just shy of signing any formal legal documents, but my heart, my mind, I'm married. So I'm committed and selflessly just doing what I'm doing for my family. And that should be for everybody. You know, I'm not saying I'm perfect and I'm better, whatever, but I'm just saying what I'm doing. Those are the shoes. That's up the stairs. You want to walk and you want shoes, you got to get up the stairs. You got to start from the bottom, though, to get upstairs. Do you understand where I'm going with this now? This things starting to make sense? So anyway, let's get back to the beginning of why I'm even doing this. Because this is my, well, I've preloaded myself with a couple of videos, so I'm already up to 50. But I'm going to incrementally do them per day, only because I don't want to sidetrack the schedule, even though I preempt my personal schedule so I can put more time into my development. And that's just a little bit more on my mental on getting from A to B, or A to B, then C, then to D, and all the way through the alphabet, and then redoing it because the alphabet is continuous. And then you go into different languages, and boy, oh boy, you never really stop your development. But see, this is my mentality, and I don't know exactly how you do, but we should talk if you're looking for something better than what you have now. If you're not, then you're not. I'm not really looking to push this anywhere except for who wants it and who needs it, because not everybody needs what I have to offer. It's just like not every person's built for every other person. And that's what makes everybody individual, and that's why you should be confident in who you are, because nobody could duplicate you. And if you don't have anybody saying that, I just did. Nobody could duplicate you, because you bring to the table what nobody else can. Nobody could bring a Chris Bird the way I, Chris Bird, do. even though you may duplicate how you say my name or how you write my name on Instagram or how you write my name in Google, and then you try to get some flavor on the fact that I write my name with a K-R-I-S and a B-E-R-D. But the only other person that has a bird tattoo is my brother. And because that's my family emblem, nobody's going to basically give that over to you to try to copy me. You can't copy me. And that's why I'm giving this over, so that I can give some customer service value. When you learn how to deal with situations, when you learn to deal with how you interact with people, how you are able to actually take control of your situation and everything around the situation that you're dealing with, everything becomes easy. And I wanted to share that with you because I got a lot of work to do. Let me fast forward to the fact of getting back to here so I don't just totally disregard the fact of what happened today. Okay? I had a bill from 2 years ago, and I had to start by actually taking charge of it by giving them a phone call. I called them, and I write things down. So I keep pen trail on my paper. You know, usually people keep a paper trail. Well, you know, when you pass certain things, the paper is irrelevant anymore. You can keep a digital copy of things, and that's just to make your life easy. So, yeah, maybe this is a little instruction. Okay, fine. But I'm not going to basically say everything shits and giggles. I'm not going to say the whole world is candy. But you can make it as sweet as you want it or as distasteful as you choose. It's all your choice. Everything is in your hands. Everything. So let's cut to the chase. When it comes down to responsibility needs to be placed on who's responsible, and the accountability by which in business is thrown back to the business, because nobody wants their brand to be tarnished. Nobody wants their reputation to be tarnished. And that's why I build a Chris Bird brand. That's why I build a venture business consulting brand, because we'll get through the details on what and why the company's named the way it is. And we'll get through the details on what Chris Bird and how it differentiates from venture business consulting, which really isn't so much a complete deviation, but it's just a prioritization differentiation. Okay? So my point to this, coming back and not sidestepping, is that you have to go to the people who are responsible, and that's what their job is. You know, I've noticed that when you start to question why people do what they do, they say, oh, I'm proud to do this job. Yes, some mornings are rough, but they're only as rough as you want, and you can drink from that cup. I digest that because it's easy for me. And I want to make it easy for everybody that I come in contact with. That's why I talk to customer service people the way I do. That's why I bring the dramatization by which I relay my message, because they remember me. And you may or may not want to admit it, but you're going to remember this. And you may or may not want to admit it, but I will 100% be an asset to your development. Because I'm 100% an asset to me, and I'm only a benefit to everybody that I encounter with. Nobody can tell me that they got done dirty because I just didn't do right by them. Nobody can say that, which is why I can leave a system without feeling bad, because I got what I got. I gave them their respect. I gave them their money that I paid for their system. And when you buy something, you basically need to implement what you bought, because if you don't use it, then you wasted your time, their time. Well, if you paid them, then you didn't waste their time. But if they're saying, oh, we give you the ability to do, well, yeah, you give the ability, but do you actually help progress that ability? Do you help establish that ability in something that they can use and actually be able to benefit from what they bought. Well, that's what I do. I help to interpret why you did certain things. And you know what? If you need to go spend some money on something, then go find that something that's going to make you feel better on what money you spent. What I'm saying is that you don't need to spend directly on me. You need to spend money on you to develop yourself, and I will be step by step to help you. You want to know what's in it for you? That's what's in it for you. You get my honesty. If you don't like honesty, don't ever call me, because you're just not going to like it. But what I will tell you is that I do these, and I don't do them scripted. I don't do them to where I'm just going to take certain things out, because it's not natural. It's not authentic. I would rather give you every mistake that I had done to show you in proof that I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's impenetrable, and nobody can ever state that they are in any capacity perfect. You're not. But neither am I. Neither is anybody else that's human. All right? Once you get past that, everything else is easy. It's not that it doesn't require development easy, lazy easy. No, because sleeping is easy. Sometimes some people have problems with sleeping too. Actually, that was a sleep apnea problem because I snore. I do. But that's meaning that I'm getting good sleep. So, deal with it. Well, you don't have to deal with it. Who sleeps with me does. And she's good with it. It works. Anyway, listen, we're on almost 12 minutes, but I had fun. I hope you did too. And you should have gained something from this. I hope you got some value from this video. Got my contact and kb@chrisbird.com. Thanks.